What's up, Anatomy? For your digital day, I figured we'd just do a little bit of practice with the compass rose. So go ahead, get your notes out so you can look at them, and a piece of paper so you can practice the compass rose. We will use the anatomy program. I'll pull up some things, I'll orient it, twist it, do whatever, and you want to try to put the correct compass rose. All right, let's go over to the anatomy program and leave this fine pink space picture thing that I got going. All right. Okay, so here we have our skeleton. Let's start off with a bone. That's each one we can pick. We can start off easy. Let's go ahead and choose the manubrium. Okay, let's get rid of everything else. And I'll put that back so you can see where it is. Okay, so it's right there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so remember your rules for the compass rose. So we can call it compass rose rules. These are in your notes, hopefully. Okay, first thing you want to do is orient the axis. Okay, so I'm looking at this. If we remember what it looked like, it is not twisted in any way, so that's important. So when we draw the axis, you just go like this. Start with that. Okay. Now, rule number 2 is determine the location of the bone. Or let's say determine the view, I think would be a better idea. Let's determine the view. So if we go back and look at where the skeleton is, so determining the view, we're looking at it from the front. Okay, so that'll help you. We are looking at it from the front. All right, let's hide that again. So if we're looking at it from the front, I know I'm going to go here. So the first place, remember, we're trying to figure out what's the location there, there, and there. Okay, so very quickly, if you're looking at your list, I know this one is superior, this one is inferior. Because it's in the middle, I'm going to use right and left. So to this side is the subject's left, and here would be right. Now for our z-axis, we already determined we're looking at the front, so I just go anterior and I go posterior. Okay, so we just did step 3. All that step 3 is going to be is label the directions. And you are done. Okay, let's try one where you guys do it first. Okay, let's go back. Let's pick another bone. Zoom out. Let's see what we got here. So we got all 206 bones of the skeleton. Let's try this one right here. Okay, so you can see, so number 1, it is the right scapula. So keep that in mind. We'll zoom in on it. Here's the right scapula. And let's hide all the other bones. What I would do now is pause the video and then draw the compass rose and then turn the video back on, and we'll see how close you are when I do it. Okay? Because immediately I'm going to do it now, so it wouldn't be much of a test if you just followed what I did. All right, so hopefully you've paused the video. Here is your answer. So it's upright. Looking here, I'm going to go superior, inferior. It's not in the midline. So for this side, I'm going to go lateral. This side, I'll go medial. And then the back is posterior and anterior. Now, once we start learning the names of the bone, you'll see that like this here, sometimes they will call it the vertebral border or the medial border after the location. All right, let's do another one. Let's go do something else though. Let's go back, pick a different organ system. How about we could try a muscle. We can go all right there. Man, that guy looks like he needs to blink a little bit. Quit staring at me. Kind of creepy in a way. All right, let's try a bicep. So let's go over here. Let's look at the biceps brachii. So look at the location where it is. Let's hide everything else. Just to get a look at it again. Okay, now it'd be time you pause the video and go ahead and draw the compass rose. Okay, it's got a slight tilt to it, so I'm going to go like that to match it. Now, do we use up here, or we can use superior, or is it part of the arms and legs? And we can go proximal or distal. Let's use proximal or distal for this one. Okay. So I'm going to go up here. This is closest to the center point. So I'll put proximal. I'll put distal. Okay, this is the medial side. This is the lateral side. And we are looking at it from the front. So that would be anterior. And that would be posterior. All right, let's try a couple more. Let's head back. What do we have in the nervous system? Let's go to the limbic system. Okay, the limbic system, this is where your emotions, anger, where your needs, your wants, they're all here. It's a pretty interesting thing. If some of you are on psychology, you learn a lot about this. Okay, so far we've just been doing a straight head-on view. Let's tilt it like this. And I will tell you, because you can't see anything in reference to the rest of the brain, this area, for your hint, I will tell you this is the front. Okay, so if I move it around again, started like this, and we turned it to that direction. Okay, pause the video, create your compass rose, and then I'll show you the answer. Okay, so our compass rose, it's pretty much oriented up and down. It's not twisted or anything like that, so I'll just make my axis straight. Once again, up above, superior, inferior, and we said this was the front, so anterior, posterior. For our z-axis, we are looking at the right side, So I'll just put right here, and I will put left over there. Okay, hopefully you got that right. Let's do another one. Let's go down to try to find a lung. Let's do this one. All right. So you can see, we can see the heart in the front. We got the lung here. It is the left lung, so that should give you a clue on how to draw it. This one we're going to do in two directions. We'll just do the standard one in this orientation, then we'll move it around to a different view and see how it goes. Okay, pause the video, draw your rose. Okay, standard view here. So we're just going, it looks like it's tilted just a bit. I might have tilted it, so I'll just tilt it a bit. Once again, we have a superior, we have an inferior. This side is towards outside, so we use lateral. You can see there's the midline right there. So I'll put medial. We're looking at from the front, so anterior and posterior. Okay, let me clear this. Now pay attention to what happens here. So if I were to take this, move it around, doesn't matter how, it's kind of makes you dizzy. Let's go from this view. Well, there we go. Let's try that. Okay, pause the video and draw the new compass rose. So it looks like it's pretty straight. All right, so the view we're looking at, if you haven't figured it out, this is the view from the bottom, okay? So we're looking from the bottom. So we're gonna start off in this area here. So what is that? If this is the bottom, that's going to be anterior, posterior. Okay. This is the outer edge or towards the outside, so I'm going to go lateral, medial, and then we're, like I said, we're looking at the bottom, so this would be inferior, and this would be superior. So hopefully this is working. Make sure you ask me some questions when you come back, and we'll practice in class. Okay, let's do one more. How about let's look at the skull. Okay, the skull is comprised of 28 bones. If we were just to do this, like this would be simple, it'd just be right, left, and such. But what if we went okay, so we have the sphenoid bone. You can see that. Basically, the sphenoid bone holds the entire skull together. Now, if I were to remove the other bones, and we just had the sphenoid bone left, okay? Looks kind of like a butterfly or a bat. It's flying around. Anyways, I digress. Okay. Let's move this to this view. Okay, pause the video and go ahead and do the final compass rose for the sphenoid bone. Okay, it's got a little bit of a tilt to it, so I'll give it a slight tilt. Well, that was not a very good tilt. Let's try that again. That's not tilted at all. It's pretty much straight up and down, but we'll use it. Okay, so the view we're looking at, we are looking at it from the top. Okay, so that's going to make, this is going to be posterior, anterior. Over here is going to be the left side. This will be the right side. And we're looking at it from the top. So we have superior and inferior. Okay, there's your digital day. Short, quick. Hopefully this made some sense to you. We will practice it a little bit every day. And eventually this will be super easy. All right, guys, I am out of here.